Picture this, a man in chains, legs shattered, body broken by his master's cruelty. He should be bitter, defeated, consumed by rage. Instead, he's quietly developing a training program so powerful that it will influence Roman emperors, shape Western philosophy, and 2,000 years later, help millions find unshakable peace in our chaotic world. His name was Epictetus, and what he discovered about human potential will challenge everything you think you know about strength, freedom, and what it really means to be in control of your life. But first, let me tell you why this matters more today than ever. Rome, 1st century CE, the most powerful empire in human history. Citizens enjoying unprecedented wealth and luxury, yet beneath the marble facades and golden statues, something was rotting. Depression, anxiety, a creeping sense that despite all their conquests, all their achievements, people felt empty. Sound familiar? In this world lived a man who had every reason to be the... Think about that for a moment. A slave's wisdom becoming the foundation for an emperor's strength. And if you're finding this as mind-blowing as I did when I first discovered it, you're going to want to hear what comes next. Epictetus called his first discipline the discipline of desire. But this wasn't about wanting less. This was about something far more radical, learning to want what actually happens to you. Listen to how he put it. Don't demand that things happen as you wish. Instead, wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. At first glance, this sounds like giving up, like passive acceptance. But you're missing the revolution hidden in these words. Epictetus isn't telling you to become a doormat. He's revealing the secret to unbreakable psychological strength. Think about your worst day in the last year. The moment everything went wrong, your immediate reaction wasn't to the actual event. It was to the gap between what happened and what you expected to happen. That gap is where all suffering lives. Not in reality itself, but in the story you tell yourself about how reality should be different. Here's a modern example that'll make this crystal clear. You get passed over for a promotion you've been and before you dismiss this as some kind of new age nonsense. But there's something even more shocking about how this actually works in practice. The discipline of action, is where Stoic philosophy stops being about inner peace and starts becoming about outer impact. Epictetus understood that wisdom without action is just sophisticated procrastination. But here's what most people get wrong about Stoic action. They think it means doing less, caring less, trying less. It means the exact opposite. When you're no longer wasting emotional energy fighting reality, when you're not burning mental fuel on things outside your control, you become capable of a level of focused action that's almost superhuman. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "In the morning when thou risest unwillingly, let this thought be present. I am rising to the work of a human being." Think about what Marcus was facing when he wrote that. Plague sweeping through his empire, barbarian invasions on multiple fronts, political intrigue threatening to tear Rome apart from within, his own son revealing himself. Build to climax. This is where it gets interesting. Because the third discipline, the one Epictetus considered most advanced. This is where everything comes together. The discipline of assent. This is the training ground of the mind itself. The place where you learn to control the one thing that no emperor, no master, no circumstance can ever touch. Epictetus wasn't talking about positive thinking or affirmations. He was talking about something far more sophisticated. Learning to examine your automatic judgments before they hijack your entire emotional state. Here's his exact words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Wait, that was Marcus Aurelius, but he learned it directly from studying Epictetus, the slave's wisdom flowing through the emperor's pen. Think about how your mind works right now. Something happens. Let's say someone cuts you off in traffic. Before you even realize it, your brain has
Amateur mic'd up, he could. Here's the profound truth that connects all three disciplines. Freedom isn't about getting what you want. Freedom is about wanting what you choose, desiring what happens, acting from wisdom rather than reaction, and giving conscious assent only to thoughts that serve your highest self. Epictetus discovered this while literally in chains. Imagine what you could discover with it while you're free. If this is resonating with you, if you're feeling that shift starting to happen inside. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, practice just one of these disciplines. Choose the one that spoke to you most strongly. If it's the discipline of desire, catch yourself each time you feel frustrated by circumstances. Ask, can I align my wanting with what's actually happening here? Can I find the opportunity hidden in this disruption? If it's the discipline of action, ask yourself every morning, what does this day require of me as a human being? Not what do I feel like doing? Not what would be easy, but what does excellence look like in my current circumstances? If it's the discipline of assent, practice catching your automatic judgments, just for a split. If you're ready to go deeper into this ancient wisdom that's more relevant today than ever, subscribe and let's continue this journey together, because the world needs more people who understand what Epictetus knew, that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is train your mind to want what happens to you. Start today. Start now. Your future self is waiting to meet who you become when you finally understand what it means to be truly free.